Hey everyone, this is Vlad, and today we're going to review a Kubota SCL1000. So, initially, they're all pretty much the same in difference between the Bobcat and the Kubota, but there's a lot of differences. For example, come closer over here. So this comes stock. The track is wider, and you don't sacrifice the width of the machine as you do with the Bobcat, so it's a big difference. Don't mind the stickers, I already took off they come with the Kubota stickers. I just took it off. So another thing, this one has a hydraulic hood, so that's kind of nice. So it does open up by itself. It's a fairly new machine. It's actually brand new. So the only thing I have as a concern with that is going to be the service, because it is quite crowded. If you can take a look in there, not a lot of room to work on the machine in general. Although like this boards, like they do come off fair, like you just take them off, still it doesn't really add anything. Especially you can lift the bucket up and the stuff, like you put it in. It's still not a lot of room to work on, but it should be fine. There's not a lot of information out there on these machines currently how to work on them. Bobcat in that category wins, because there is so much more information about the Bobcats out there. One thing nicer than, actually a few key points that's like nicer about this other than the Bobcat. So this comes with the LED light as standard. Bobcat doesn't. You have to install it yourself. Not a big deal, but something to consider. One of the nicer things right here, so it doesn't have a key anymore. So if you want to start it, you have to press this. I already put in this, so you put in the password and then you just press start. So sometimes it doesn't start because this one has come around. You have to preheat the coils. So you press that, you wait 5 seconds over here. So once the 5 seconds go by, you start. So this is the only machine in class that has a vertical lift. So all other machines, they're fixed right here and they just wiggle on the angle like that. This one I'll demonstrate right now. This one actually moves with everything, which shows like the vertical lift right here. If you come around closer, I'll show you some features. So this one comes with the 12-volt plug, so you can plug in either equipment or you can charge your phone and stuff like that. The only concern is like they are fairly, there's a lot of access. You can access all of the hydraulics and everything fairly simply. The only concern I'm having in future is the maintenance and how crowded it is, because there's a lot of electrics. Shouldn't be an issue because this is a Kubota after all. Take a look in there. But you know, it's fairly crowded. Before I only used to use Bobcat MT85 or MT100, and in terms of repair, it was fairly simple. I never had an issue with working on them, like especially when the hoses blew, the hydraulics. It was very easy to repair. This one's, I'm not sure. Hopefully I'm not going to encounter that anytime soon, because this is a brand new machine with 1 hour in it. I will definitely do the upgrade review when I hit 100 hours, just to let you know how I was keeping up with everything. And but other than that, for basic maintenance, it's a little simpler than the MT100 in terms of for the oil change. If you come around here, they have a separate port right here, so you have to unscrew this, and this falls off, and you could the oil filter is inside, so you have to take that out. And the nice thing about this, if you come around to this side, the oil drain is right here. So you just twist this, you put the pin right underneath, and it will drain out. The only thing with the Bobcats, that not as nice as this is that like you have to take off the plate in front of the machine, which is kind of like an extra step, and it doesn't really drain out all that well. The only thing, this machine is slightly more complicated than the Bobcat, which is not what you want to have for the machine that you use for construction. But hopefully this will hold up well. I wrote down a few key points that I like in this and what I don't like about it. I really like has a bigger diesel tank. That's the first thing. So for the pros, the light comes as standard. It doesn't have a key, so with the Bobcat, if you wanna just take the Bobcat, you go get that $10 key. You go to any Bobcat MT85 or MT100, put it in, start it, take it away. You can steal it. With this one, it's not as easy. You have to have a code to start it. So this one comes started as white track, and I really like the easy grease points. So in the Bobcats, you have to go in a lot, and like you have to go on there and stuff. So in this one, they're all on the side, so you can see here, 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 here. So they're all very easily accessible. And the track, so these ones, they're adjustable by the grease gun. So with the Bobcat, you have to manually turn the key to extend or like shorten the track. With this one, it's all grease operated. So for the cons I had wrote down for this, so I don't like a lot. So sometimes when you're moving a pallet or something and you're working, you have to come closer a little bit to the pallet and like pick it up. So you don't always like come around and step on the machine because it's a lot of work. So you just come to the side and usually just push the safety, like you push the lever and it goes forward. With this, you cannot do that anymore because you have to stand on there, because this one has a sensor. So if you're not on this, it's not gonna move. There is a manual override, but it's a big pain in the ass and it's really hard to use. So that's safety feature is kind of like a downfall, which is not really, but that's something to consider. As the complicated maintenance for like breakdowns, because it's a very busy in there, and especially now that this is the turbocharged motor, and the other competition they're not. So there's something to consider. It shouldn't have any long-term issues, but something to consider. And the other thing is the prices for attachments. I was very surprised with how expensive everything is. So all things considered, like the machines are like kind of like they're all in the same ballpark. Like we're in Canada right now, and if you want to pick this machine up, you're probably going to be sitting with the bucket and forks after taxes and after everything. You're probably going to be sitting close to $60,000. I was thinking about getting an attachment. I wanted to get a trencher and the auger. So I didn't get the price for the auger, I believe, correctly, but the trencher is going for the 36-inch one is more than $10,000, which is outrageous. Like it's way too much money for a trencher. I'm sure there's going to be aftermarket ones that are going to be slightly cheaper, but I think it's a lot of money for the trencher. Like Bobcat attachments, they're much more well priced and there's like more stuff out there. This one's is very limited, so if you were to do a specific task with the machine, I think it's going to be harder for you to find the tools for the job. That's one of the things you should consider. Other than that, they're at the same time they're completely different machines, but they do the same job. So it's just nicer that this comes as stock with the wider tracks and you don't sacrifice the width of the actual machine and the light and the key. So I think that's the main thing. And yeah, that's it. I'll give you a last look at the engine bay. You can see there's everything I studied. The good thing that the battery is very accessible, is right up top here, so that's pretty nice. And the air filter. But like other than that, fairly similar. I don't know if I mentioned, but this is a larger gas tank, so it will get you through the job you don't have to fill up as much. Yeah, so other than that, if I missed anything, I would love to hear that in the comments. You can reply, tell me what you think, and thanks for watching.